Hey, this is Jeff with Tennecore. Today we're going to talk about setup and assembly of your VELO5. Here is a package of a VELO5. Inside is your holster. The next thing that we're going to pull out is going to be the camming bar set. So the camming bar set is going to come with 3 different sizes. So there is a large, there is a medium, and a small camming bar. And then in addition to that is going to be the hardware. So you're going to have a double post, and then you're going to have 2 screws for assembly. Next is going to be your clip package. Inside the clip package are going to be 2 discrete carry concepts, adjustable Mod 4s. Also included are the hardware, so that you have 4 screws. The screws come threaded from the factory, so you don't have to worry about Loctite or anything like that. And then also our proprietary double post, which makes installation much easier than other holsters. Also in here is the product card. One of the important features on the product card is the QR code. The QR code is going to give you a link to additional resources like this video about the VELO5. Next is going to be a super cool Tennecore sticker that you can put on all of your things. And then finally is going to be one of the most important pieces of information, which is our No Safe Queens Allowed card. And so if you have a safe queen, which means you have a gun that you like to look at and not use, then this holster is not for you. So you should just assemble all of that back together and ship it back to us, and we'll give you your money back. The tools for VELO5 setup are going to be some sort of screwdriver for the screws. The screws are triple combo drive screws, so a Phillips screwdriver will work, a flathead screwdriver will work, but also a Robertson or square drive screwdriver will work. And then finally, probably the most important thing that you need for assembly is a pencil. First step for assembly would just be to check the retention of the gun. So go ahead and grab your gun. You can check it to make sure it's unloaded. I have a barrel plug in this thing, but just insert it, and does it fit into the holster well? If it doesn't, you can just adjust your tension with a screwdriver. After you adjust your tension, you can go ahead and take the holster without anything on it and put it in your waistband and just kind of see how comfortable and concealable is it. And so for me, with this big optic, I actually don't know that I want a camming bar here, or if I do, I probably want a relatively small one, because if I get too much rotation, the optic is just going to continue to push out. Wear this around and kind of find the most comfortable and concealable spot. If you feel like you need more concealment, then go ahead and add a camming bar. So I'm going to take my double post and I'm going to insert it into the slots for the camming bar. So I'm going to place my camming bar on there, grab a screw and my Phillips screwdriver, thread it in there. Place the other screw in, thread that in there. And then I want to confirm the rotation and comfort and position. So I can do squats, I can wear this around the house for a while and just kind of get a feel for how comfortable is this and how concealable it is. I can see the camming bar is pretty much in line with the belt. It's in a good spot, so I like that. So the next thing I'm going to do is grab my pencil, and this is probably the most important part of fit of the holster, is I'm going to draw with my pencil a line right at the top of my pants, and then I'm going to note with a vertical line the belt loop. And that is basically going to give me an indication point of where I want the clips to sit. So now that I have my horizontal line that marks the top of my belt, and then the vertical line which marks the belt loop on the pants, I can take my clips and line them up. And so if I take this clip here, I want to place it such that the top of the clip is about even or maybe slightly above that horizontal line. And then one of the things I can notice here is the clip is actually interfering with this vertical line. So what this means is I couldn't actually put the holster in the spot that I marked. If I ran a clip in this position, I'd have to move the holster towards my center line by about 1/4 of an inch or slightly less. So depending on your priorities of placement for comfort and concealment versus stability, you might want to move the clips from different positions. So the most stable clip positions are going to be 2 clips that are separated far apart. So if stability is more important to me, then I'm probably gonna adjust the placement of the gun in my belt line. But if comfort and concealment is more important than stability, then I could, and I wanna run 2 clips, then I could use these first 2 positions, and then that would not interfere at all with that belt loop. I'm gonna err on the side of stability, and I'm gonna set these clips up so that they are in the furthest apart position. And I notice here, basically the bottom hole is the one that I want. I'm gonna take my double post, place it in there so that it's aligned in the bottom slot and in the middle slot. And you notice there's that rotation adjustment. So I'll hold that in place the clip on there, grab a screw, and then go ahead and thread that screw in there. And I want to kind of leave this a little bit loose so I still have decent adjustment to get that to ride in the correct location. And once the clip is held in the right spot, then I'll tighten it down. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the sight channel clip on. And again, I will make it even with the other one and even with that line. So I put my double post in, I grab my screws, tighten my screws down. Once the screw is tightened, put the gun back in, and then I can go ahead and put the holster on. To put the holster on, one of the clips are relatively strong, and so you can't just pull up on it like a normal clip. And even if you try to use your thumb as leverage, you're probably not going to have enough leverage to pull these out far enough. And what you need to do is use the heel of your hand on the top of the gun as a pivot point and then pull out. And so I will take this guy and I will tuck it into my waistband. That gives leverage at the bottom. Heel of the hand here, fingertips, grab the clips and pull up, and then just slide it down so it's on top of the belt. And so it's now resting on top of the belt, and you can look here, you see I have my camming bar, which is kind of interfering a little bit with my pant waistline. And so I'll pop that above, and now it should be good to go. And then from there, I can ease it down and kind of pop this into place. And now the holster and gun are set up and ready to go. And again, I would encourage you to wear that setup around the house to see if the gun and holster setup conceals how you want it to conceal and is comfortable how you want it to be comfortable. And then it also is consistent as far as practicing, dry fire, draw strokes, and presentations of the gun. And then if you're interested in learning more about optimizing your concealment and your comfort and your skill set, check out the rest of the videos here on our YouTube channel.